Now let's turn to the UK. British Parliament opened for a new session today with a new Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. His Labour Party won the elections on July 4th, ousting their rivals, the Conservative Party, or the Tories as they're called. The Tories had been in charge for 14 years, but starting today they will be occupying the opposition benches. While Starmer celebrates his first day in the sun, a dark cloud seems to be gathering over the opposition benches. The Conservative Party is gearing up for a fight, not against Starmer, but among themselves. It will be the battle to decide on Sunak's successor. Sunak said sayonara to the Prime Ministership on July 5th, but he remains the Tory leader.
Following this result, I will step down as party leader, not immediately, but once the formal arrangements for selecting my successor are in place. It is important that after 14 years in government, the Conservative Party rebuilds, but also that it takes up its crucial role in opposition professionally and effectively.
So Sunak will wait for a successor to emerge before he gives up the party leadership. And some names have been doing the rounds recently, like Kemi Badenoch, Sunak's business secretary. She's considered a front-runner for the party's leadership. Then there's Tom Tugendhat, Sunak's security minister. He's also a front-runner, but today reports emerged of another candidate, a former Home Secretary, a British Indian who's planning to throw her hat in the ring. Now that exact description could actually be applied to two people. But we'll start with the newest contender, Priti Patel. Patel is 52 years old. She was born in London to parents who emigrated there from the African nation of Uganda. Patel's family originated in the Indian state of Gujarat, but her grandparents had settled in Uganda's capital, Kampala. Her parents eventually moved to London, where she was born. Priti Patel joined the Conservative Party in 1991 and she won her first election in 2010. She has been an MP ever since, going on to serve as the Secretary of State for International Development under Theresa May, and then she served as Home Secretary under Boris Johnson. It's an impressive resume. But she has stayed away from the cabinet for the last 2 years. Priti Patel was seen as close to Boris Johnson, so the Prime Ministers after him kept her away. But it seems she's ready for a comeback now. She has apparently been putting together a team, gathering donors, canvassing for support, and Patel is expected to announce her bid any day now. So that's one more candidate for Tory leadership. One of two who fit my earlier description of a British Indian former Home Secretary. The other person is arguably more famous than Priti Patel. It's former Home Secretary Suella Braverman. Braverman made waves while she was Sunak's Home Secretary, mostly for her tough stance on illegal migration and her obsession with the now scrapped Rwanda policy. Suella Braverman had even gone to Rwanda to check the infrastructure being built to house migrants. But then she was given the boot before a single migrant was. And now it seems that Braverman is back. This time she's eyeing the Conservative Party leadership and she's not afraid to tackle her opponents head-on. Last week she took a shot at Kemi Badenoch, one of the current frontrunners. Badenoch apparently said that Braverman had a nervous breakdown. So Braverman called her out on this. Then she took aim at Rishi Sunak. She accused him of taking the Conservative Party to disaster. And she did not stop there. She decided to attack her own party next, saying that the Tories, and I'm quoting, the Tories shamefully did not build enough prisons. Yes, Braverman is coming out all guns blazing. But this does have an unfortunate side effect. It tends to alienate party members, which is not a good strategy because it is the party that selects the next leaders, the sitting MPs like Badenoch and Sunak and all their supporters. So Suella Braverman's chances are considered low right now. Despite this, she is still seen as a contender, one of 6. And 2 of the 6 contenders are of Indian origin, poised to replace Rishi Sunak, Britain's first Indian origin Prime Minister. Whatever you think of Patel and Braverman, whatever you think of their policies and their politics, the fact remains that 2 Indian origin women are vying for a top job, the job of leading the UK's most successful political party. It's a mark of how far Indians have come and their growing clout around the world.
Across continents, one powerful news source. bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On this today, the T20 World Cup Vantage has moved across to the West Indies. What can we expect